We're going to talk about tint today and not your sunglasses. Although on a sunny day it is recommended. I love my tint. Hey guys, welcome back or to the channel. These windows are not tinted and I want to correct that today. Whereas these windows are tinted and these windows are extra tinted. So just a brief example of difference in tint, and I've done a couple of different vehicles, so I'll be able to show you all this kind of stuff. So this is a vehicle with no tint. As you can see, I'm still very visible. This is a vehicle with 5% tint. As you can see, I'm much darker. Here's something I actually just noticed. The tint has gotten lighter over the years. That's what happens when you buy this stuff online. It does not hold up. You can actually see the lines because I keep my windows down so the vehicle can breathe. That is new. So this is not your typical 5%. This would probably be down to closer to 15%, and that would be your true 5%. Okay, well done. So my van is 20%, which is legal for your front windows. As you can see, you can still see me quite visibly. This is my personal work truck, and this is the high quality tint, which will not, it's not the eBay tint, and it will not fade over time. This is made by 3M, I presume, and you'll see right now how dark it is. Not bad, eh? It gets darker when the door is actually closed. So inadvertently, we learned that high quality tint is what will last, and the low quality stuff, which you saw in my big truck, will not. So buy the good stuff, don't cheap out, don't buy it off eBay. That was bought off eBay. So now we're going to use the tint that's over there and put it on the windows for over here. But I can't actually start this car because I broke the actual key fob. There's a little transponder in here, you'll see that in a later video. And we're going to do a workaround, hopefully, get the immobilizer defeated. Today we're going to be tinting our Jetta build. I'm going to take this normal glass that you can see right through. As you can tell, you want to open the door, it's clear, crystal clear, and that little tube down there is what the package came in. I actually bought Tinting Supplies, which came yesterday, which is perfect for Canada Day, and it was bought off Amazon. So 20 bucks and you get all your tinting squeegees and whatnot. The type of soap I recommend is like a baby style soap. So whatever you want to wash your infants with. They don't have any conditioners, a very pure soap, very natural soap, and it works brilliantly on putting on tint. Now, I'm sure there's other products out there to do tint. This is what I do, and it works really well for me. As you can see behind me, that's the vehicle that I tinted using the same pre-cut tint that I bought off eBay. Again, I don't recommend that kind of stuff. The reason for that is because the tint will lighten over time. However, because I don't want to spend the money on having someone do it for me, it will lighten over time, and I'm pretty sure there are other products out there that you can put on here to stop it, or better tint you can buy. This is just your cheap eBay, Amazon kind of, you buy it, it's pre-cut tint, and for 30 bucks, for me it's worth it because I can just redo it at some point in shape or time. Although I am thinking more and more on learning to cut tint for my own deal, and I'm really liking that idea. I don't yet have the skill set for that, so without further ado, we're going to clean our windows, and they've already been pre-cleaned. We're going to clean it again, and then clean it again, and then we're going to install our tint. So the last time I installed tint, that's what I used. That is literally it. The reason for that is because you can squeegee the tint down, and you can use the corners to get into all the corners, just like so. And you'll need to do that, even the other edge, just to kind of push everything in. That's what you're going to need to do. You're going to constantly need to squeegee everything down and into place. So this was perfect. I also went and bought this off Amazon. Let's get into it. This is the bag I bought off Amazon. I'm not actually sure what's in here yet, so I'm assuming that it's the tools I ordered. It looks like it's the tools I ordered. So 20 bucks, that's what I would expect. You're gonna get a whole pile of things for installing your tint. Nifty little carrying case. You have the wedge tool, looks like a piece of cheese. That's good for getting into the corners and such. You have your, your squeegee tool. Then you're gonna have other squeegee tools, all shapes and sizes. This is one of the ones I was looking for, because see how it bends? That's exactly what you need. So when you're pressing down, this thing will squeegee out the water. Now, lots more water is more important than a lot less water. So that's just some of the stuff. You got some cleaning pads, some more squeegee tools, got a mini squeegee tools, tiny squeegee tools, blades, all sorts of things. Everything you're going to need, a plethora of tools, if you will, to do your tinting. However, I only ever used that, and I got the desired results. So it's all up to you. How professional do you want to be? 20 bucks or 30 cents? So the other thing you could do is you get one of these professional pressurized sprayers for spraying out the baby soap, or as an alternative, cheaper, you can, and even though this says dish soap, you can get this is what I use for doing tires and stuff, to get any air bubbles out if there's a puncture or something, just to make sure it's 100% sealed. But you can use both of these for the application. Guys, I found the baby soap that I use, so I'll put that into the pressurized container, and we're going to use that to clean our windows and then put on the tint. When you get your tint in the rolled up portion of it, it'll be kind of gnarly. You can see there it's been bent, and it'll all come out as one rolled up together. This is the easiest way to transport it. So we're just going to take it out, leave it right there, make sure there's nothing else in this package. As you can see, there is nothing else in the package, so that's garbage. Then we have our tint, so we'll get rid of this stuff too. That's not the most cleanest surface, but there are 2 layers to this, so we will, and apparently there's instructions too, which is awesome. We'll just kind of let that go. Okay, and sweet. All right, time to read some instructions. Very important instructions. We're going to do that. So very important instructions to read. You need a spray bottle, check. Rubber squeegee, check. Single edge razor blade, we have that. Distilled water, we're close. Lint-free cloth, we have that. Baby shampoo or film add application concentrate. Not sure what that is, but we have baby shampoo, so that works for us. So we are the Mickey Mouse, so to speak. Things you should know. Tint the vehicle in a shaded, well-lit, dust-free environment. You've seen the outside. That's going to be our shaded, well-lit environment. Apply film when air temperature is between 40 and 98 degrees. We're pretty good at for at least 3 days. We're still good with that. Handle film carefully because creases are not removable. Correct. When you squeegee, you want to do it nice and light because you could drag and stretch the film. Ask me how I know. 2 people should work together to handle large pieces of film. I'm one person. It'll have to work that way. It's just kind of the way it goes. Do not clean glass or film with ammonia, vinegar, or household glass cleaners. These will cause adhesive failure. So we're just going to clean it with our baby soap, kind of wash all the dirt away, and that'll be that. I have cleaned it already a couple days ago, and I've been cleaning it since. Start with the smallest flat window, become comfortable in handling and applying the film on a small fixed window before tinting larger windows or compound curve windows. Kind of seems kind of legit. That's where I started, and that's how we'll start this. When I get warmed up in it, you want to make sure the wind is not like very, very high, because it'll grab that and you'll be flying with the tint, trying to keep it from creasing. So we've done pretty good so far. We're just gonna make the best of it. If it comes out bad, it comes out bad. I don't really have any other options for this. So parts to remember: keep it clean, do it in a shaded area, and don't use any chemicals. And when you have the tinting done, you want to make sure that the tint, or you don't roll your windows down so that you don't move the tint or anything like that, so that all the adhesive parts of the tint can have proper time to cure and bond to your window. I usually wait a couple of days. Pretty sure you can look up how many days. They say usually 48 to 72. I usually wait a week at least. I'm not really a big guy for rolling up and down my windows. And sometimes I'll even apply tape over the crank if you have crank windows like me, or tape over the switches, which is what we will do so you're not bringing the windows up and down by accident. And if you go through a drive-through while your windows are tinted, make sure you just open up the door and say, hey, my windows are tinted, or say the windows don't work right now or something like that. And then that way they'll just kind of like, what is this person talking about? Because nobody has windows that don't work these days. You'll understand. So this is pre-cut tint. You'll see the tint is right there, the one piece of the window. So that's for the back window. So all this is just cut off material. And if I do this, I'll be able to pull it up, as you see there, and it is sticky. It's very cheap, this material. So I'll just do it one more time so you guys can see. I can already feel the low quality of this tint. But if you pull that up, that's what they're talking about. So you can see through there for my fingertips. So we'll just keep that back down, and you can see all the dirt and debris that was on top of the hood. We will be dealing with all of that. But you don't have to, because you're smarter than me. Another good thing to remember is to have multiple pieces of cloth, multiple, like just different colors, so you know which one is the dirty, which one is the clean, and which one you're going to use for putting on the tint and stuff like that. That way everything is considered separate, and then change it up for every single window, so it's always clean, always brand new, and that will give you the best possible outcome. For me, I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong, so let's just keep going. Example of having two different colors of cloths right here. You got the one for cleaning, one for super cleaning. These are used cloths, but they're still pretty decent. Make sure yours are brand new. When cleaning, make sure you get the outside, the inside, and all the sills. The next part of this, we're going to spray this down and use a straight razor blade to clean it all off. This is also something you do when you remove tint. There is always residue of some sort. A good little hint is to make sure your door sills, your doors are all clean along the sides, the window tracks, everything all the way around the window. It's not going to come out perfect, especially in this application where I'm doing it in my driveway. Again, that's not recommended. It happens the only space that I can occupy with this car, because I don't have the ignition for the car at this moment in time, because I tried to remove the remote, got all done, and I lost the computer transponder chip that's inside the keys, because I'm smart like that. Not sure where the keys are at the moment. They're around. So this is where we're keeping our tint. So this is the side window. That's the main part of the window. So that's that. One of these will be the back window, which is right there. And then two of these will be these two other front side windows. So we will pull those out. Yeah, that's the side window there. And that's the back window. And then over here will be because this will be duplicated. Yep. And then you have the two front driver's and passenger side windows. So we'll grab that, pull the one out that is the driver's side. Again, there's two sides to this film. So this will be the inside of the passenger side window. You can see it right here, the outline to it. So that's the inside of the driver's side window. We'll wipe this off and then peel it off and then stick it to the window with lots of soap and water, because that'll be the catalyst to get this into place, and we just squeegee it out. Sounds a lot more simpler than what it is. Takes a lot of time and effort. Just when you do this kind of stuff, go slow. Okay, so the window is tinted. However, I will show you what the issues are. Starting with the rip I just did a second ago, and the air bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4 air bubbles. The rest of the window is pretty daggone decent. Not bad for an amateur. We're gonna go on to the next one, clean it, and then I'm gonna start by, like this one I started from the top and went down, and the next one went over there. I probably should have started with the windows that weren't important. I was just really excited and I want to kind of get things done. So words to the wise, start with windows that aren't important, like for example this window and this window, ones that you're not going to look at very often. And then when you're squeegeeing it out, after you get it into position, kind of start with your middle section, squeegee it up and squeegee it down, and then get all this in. So we're going to try that process over here. I don't know if this was a good idea, but I got rid of my air bubbles. And how I did that was with a heat gun. Yes, it's pink, so nobody will steal it. If you look here, the air bubbles are gone. Yes, I know about that. Now for the small window, which is where you should start, not the big driver's window, which gave me a heck of a time. I thought I was better than I was. That's the story of my life. But the window, they tint for here, and then we'll do this window, and we'll see how that goes. So one of the things I had to do, you hear this, I got the wind going, so that's awesome. I can hold this straight, just like that. You'll see that the border of this is missing. This is one complete sheet, and I had to peel off because there would be rips in this. There was like several different rips because the blade, whoever cut this out, it was dull and it made very aggravating. If I could just zoom in here, you'll see a rip right there, and this, that, and the other. But I got the majority of it off, and I'm going to glue it on. Obviously, the soap has now since dried. It's the water soap. We're going to wipe it down again. Battling the wind, battling the dirt, battling the debris, battling a blade that was not sharp, and battling cheap tint. So this is quite the process, although I'm enjoying it. So this is our side window. Not too bad. Yes, that's a Nokia phone. And yes, I'm using my Trans Am as a workbench. It's kind of normal. We're going to peel off the background or the border going all the way around. I've already started right over there. Let's put on time lapse. So now the window is, well, the border is removed. I had to make some cuts with the razor blade. That's why I have that handy, just to kind of, you know, get the window perfect, and it came out so much better. The corner window that I just did had several rips in it, which was ridiculous. I was so upset. But this one's perfect. That's, I shouldn't have to do this. This is a step that I was not anticipating. So a couple things happened. Apparently, because I don't have the appropriate RFID for the car, it'll lock itself out, and if you have your windows down, you can't put them up. I'm doing the tinting right now, as you know, and I wasn't able to move the window properly. I took the battery off, put it back on, put it back up, back and forth, and you have to wait about 10 minutes or so you can regain control of your car so the windows are no longer locked out, and that way you can put them up. During that time, probably took me about 30 minutes to figure this out, back and forth. Obviously, every time I tried it, I had to reset the timer, and probably a little bit longer than that. The window itself got so messed up, and I'm going to show you because the wind picked up, the sun came out even more, dried everything up. I had to keep applying the soap, and this is what I came out with. The window is in. You'll see air bubbles here. Can't get rid of those. I didn't even notice I ripped it. And there's a bunch of other air bubbles and stuff. And there's another one. Apparently, I didn't see that one. It is just deplorable. I hope I just crushed that. That's awesome. Hopefully, I didn't break it just now. If you look here, that's the window. It's horrible. You can see, because I had to keep wetting it and stuff. You can see the where it wouldn't, the adhesive didn't want to take. The crinkles because the wind took it. Obviously, that's where the rip is. That's an air bubble there. It's this was a bad. There's another crinkle. This was a bad job. Can't even believe that. Holy! And it's literally because I broke the RFID security system because I only have one remote, and I still have to get it cracked. I'm gonna do that this weekend. Couldn't happen soon enough. I have been fighting this all day for those reasons, and I am probably this close to throwing this car in the garbage because I'm just done. But I've got that side to lose my nonsense with, and then I still have the back window. It's 5 o'clock now. I've been at this all day. Tinting a vehicle has never been so bloody hard in my life. This vehicle has fought me every step of the way. Wish me luck. You guys know how I just slammed this in the door? Well, not really, but kind of hit it. I just broke this. That's how my day's going. Squirt bottle, we're gonna continue because I'm not giving up on this. This is gonna be a complete disaster. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. So the hood just came crashing down. That was awesome. As you can see here, I threw all the plastic battery stuff there. just to get to this component here. So we're just going to disconnect this. This is in the off position and we're good to go. So we'll just politely close the hood. This is not my day. It's kind of getting comical how much frustration I'm given. But there's that end result right there. Sorry about the wind noise. That does look good, even though it is a POS job. Looking from this side, it actually darkens the car quite a bit, so that's cool. So I'm just going to start cleaning this, and then get to the small window, then that window, then that window, and then eventually we're going to get to this window, and that's where my mental sanity is going to disappear, because this car has been fighting me like you would not believe. So pre-cut tints are kind of like catalog tattoos. You get what you pay for. So if you look here, this is a great example of a piece that I could not rip off for the life of me. It is firmly attached to the actual tint piece I want. It's one of the reasons why I started going around the tint in this sort of shape and fashion, because I wanted to extract the pieces I wanted, and this is just a prime. This is just the best example, because I'm trying to get this thing to do what I need to do without ripping the tint, and it is saying no. It is saying no, sir, no. This is not happening. And I'm trying to get around the camera, and it's a little frustrating. Oh, it is what it is. And do I regret my choices? Yes. That should be enough. I'll just place that precariously over there, and we'll see if that worked. Okay, it kind of worked. Woo, baby. Yes, sir. Love it. So now we have our back window. We're gonna go prep the back window and then get on back here to grab this piece. It is windy outside. Just keep that in mind. Don't do this outside. Don't do what I'm doing. It's kind of stupid. Well, here's another mess up. I didn't bring the window down to get the upper part of it, and as you can see, I'm almost done, and I kind of messed it up around here because I was jamming it in, trying to see if I didn't have to use the window going up and down. That was a lesson learned. The next one I won't be doing that, but I learned a lot today. I am so stoked. This is incredible. So the car is wet, as you can see. It's clean. I put a garbage bag there, so I'm going to pull it all together. It's windy as hell, so I'm glad this is the last one. And I'm just going to put the camera back in the time lapse so that we can get this done. I took out the third brake light so that we can. That's the trim panel. That's the third brake light. That's where it comes up there. It's just a couple clips. Not a big deal. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Totally forgot about this. I peeled most of all this back, but in the great expertise or whatever of the creator of this, they didn't have a sharp blade, so I have to go around and clean these pieces off. Which is annoying. I've had to do this all the way along. I'm just cutting it off the plastic. There's one more up here, right there. It's my own fault. I chose the cheapest guy on eBay, and this is my regret. So I had to spend the entire day fighting So now this will go into the car. So we now have tint. Never mind that. This looks really good. Never mind that. The tint quality is really bad. This did not work out the way I wanted it to. I learned quite a bit from this. Like, I've never actually done this style of window, and it turned out really bad, but it taught me a lot of lessons. One, use good quality tint, and start from the bottom and squeegee it up. It seemed to want to do that better. Then the car's battery died throughout the day, so that's how this happened, because I couldn't get enough juice to put this window up, even though I did have a battery jumper. This window actually turned out the best, minus this over here. I think that's probably a glitch with the tint that I got. All in all, and then there was the wind. As you can see, the trees moving behind me. Been fighting that all day, but overall, pretty happy with it. So a couple of things that we need to look at when we buy tint and everything is, one, get good quality. That was a backfire. Made me jump. Somebody's motorcycle starting up. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna keep that in. So good quality tint. Make sure everything's clean. Have lots of room when you're doing the work. I did not. And don't do it outside in the sun, because you'll be fighting the heat and you'll be fighting the wind. You're fighting the dirt and debris. It's not fun at all. That all being said, this was a very enjoyable process. Had me stressed the heck out. And all in all, I learned a lot. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to know how not to do this, follow what I did today. If you want to know how to do it properly, like I said, good tint, good clean place that's indoors to do it so you're away from the elements, and time. Don't stress out. That all being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.